Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. And I wanted to talk about this today because this is a very interesting report that we got out of Shams over on Twitter. And Shams is reporting that Daryl Morey is willing to wait until the offseason to trade Ben Simmons. He is really willing to wait that long. He is willing to wait till the offseason to trade Ben Simmons if it means he can get James Harden from the Nets. This is I don't know how Daryl Morey still has a job after all this shit, if I'm being honest with you, because at this point, when I hear statements like this, it seems like Daryl Morey is set on trading Ben Simmons for James Harden, okay? And it almost feels like at this point as if Daryl Morey is trying to like stick it to Ben Simmons in some way, shape, or form. And it's almost getting to a point where it's personal. And I think to myself, Ben Simmons only has to do a couple things to really tank his trade value. Okay, and let's be honest, it's a players' league. Okay, the NBA is very much a players' league. And if a player wants to go somewhere, well, he's gonna fucking go there, right? And I think it's very interesting that Daryl Morey is taking this approach because the longer you wait, the less teams become available to you. It's one thing to initially make a player available and listen to all trade offers, right? But if you wait till the offseason, where there's free agency, where there is, the NBA draft and stuff like that, the number of teams who require Ben Simmons' services are likely to go down. And there are a couple teams right now that could maybe use Ben Simmons to get their team over the hump. I don't know, like the Lakers could really use Ben Simmons, but let's be honest, the 76ers are not going to trade Ben Simmons for Russell Westbrook. But it's just the idea, man, like, the longer you wait on this, the more teams are going to move on. The more they're going to say, okay, we've offered what we can for Ben Simmons, we're moving on. And Daryl Morey seems to be set on the idea that he's going to get some type of superstar player for Ben Simmons. And while I understand Ben Simmons is being paid like a superstar player, listen, man, if he can't shoot a fucking three-pointer, he's not a superstar player. I'm sorry, he can't shoot free throws. He can't shoot threes. And if he can, he's afraid to fucking take them. So, and not only that, but the 76ers are also in a spot where Tyrese Maxey has proven that he can be a starting caliber player. So now, in a way, this opens up more options to you where you could trade Ben Simmons for a potential wing. I don't know who that wing is, but they could get a wing player. It's just the idea, man. The longer this goes on, all it's going to take for Ben Simmons to do is come out and say, I want to go to X, Y, and Z team, and that's it. Okay? That cuts your trade offers from like whatever was out there to about a quarter of that. Okay? So that means the only teams that are going to be willing to trade for Ben Simmons are the teams that Ben Simmons wants to be traded to, because let's be honest, if I'm another team in the NBA, I'm not going to trade for Ben Simmons to take on his salary and stuff if he has no intentions of staying there or wants to be there. I'm not going to trade potential future assets for a guy who we know doesn't want to play for us. And it could just get to a point where Ben Simmons just becomes so unbearable that nobody wants him on their fucking team, and the 76ers are stuck with him, okay? So Daryl Morey really has to consider, does he want to continue to make this a personal thing? Because that's what it's becoming. It's becoming personal. And I just think to myself, man, like, at the end of the day, these GMs have to understand that they don't really control the power. If LeBron James wanted to go to the fucking Orlando Magic tomorrow, okay, I'm sure there's a team somewhere that would find a way to make that happen, okay? There would be a 3 or 4 team trade to make that happen because LeBron won't play anywhere else, right? And it's just the idea, that's the league that we're in now. And I think the longer you wait, the longer you give teams the chance to move on from the possibility of acquiring Ben Simmons. We have another 2.5, 3 weeks here until the trade deadline. I think Ben Simmons is maybe gonna get traded. I don't know what that trade looks like at the moment, but I do know Ben Simmons needs to start playing basketball sometime soon if the rumors are true that he is running out of money. And, he's a young kid. He spent a lot of money. He got this huge contract extensions, been buying fucking houses. He's been trying to sell houses. And I just think to myself, man, like, the longer you wait this out, the worse it gets. At this point, I think we've all kind of stopped talking about Ben Simmons because it's it's stagnant at this point. But you cannot keep this guy on your roster. If he's not, especially if he's not going to play for you. You have him taking up, $170 million in cap space and he's not playing. So do you really want to drag this out to the offseason is what I'm basically getting at here. You have 3 weeks to come up with a Ben Simmons trade. And if Ben Simmons is still on your roster, I think, come the trade deadline, okay, if he's still on your roster and you have not traded him, I don't think you're going to trade him. Like the Hornets for a while needed a point guard. They had Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier, and then the draft came along and they got LaMelo Ball. The Orlando Magic needed a point guard for a while, and now they have Cole Anthony. They had Markelle Fultz. They have a crowded backcourt. Same thing with the Sacramento Kings. They have a pretty crowded backcourt right now. They have De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, and Davion Mitchell. And you're going to notice more and more as NBA drafts come and go, point guards are going to become pretty plentiful in the NBA. And that's always been a thing. It's pretty much a point guard league now, where we have, teams with an influx of fucking point guards. And while I understand not every team is in this situation, it's just the idea you need to make it so teams actually need Ben Simmons. Like, for example, the San Antonio Spurs have DeJounte Murray. Okay, maybe you trade Ben Simmons for DeJounte Murray. I don't fucking know, or DeJounte Murray. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but it's just the idea, man. Like, if you're going to trade Ben Simmons, you need to do it in the next 3 weeks. Because I feel like the longer you wait, the more Ben Simmons holds the leverage to make it tougher on you. And I don't think Daryl Morey realizes that. I don't think Daryl Morey realizes that, like, the longer he waits on this, the more that he thinks he's in control, the more he's in the wrong. Because all it's going to take is Ben Simmons to say one wrong fucking thing. Okay? One wrong thing. He doesn't even got to say it. He can tweet it. Okay? Or post something on Instagram or something of that nature. Okay? All it's going to take is one action out of Ben Simmons to tank his fucking trade value in half. Maybe by a quarter. Okay? So that's all I'm saying is I think Daryl Morey is making a huge mistake by dragging this out and trying to make it seem like he's the one in control here when we all know that he's not. And, you know what, man? I'll be interested to see what a Ben Simmons trade looks like. I know that they want a superstar player, but it's like, even if they wanted somebody like Andrew Wiggins, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if the 76ers wanted a guy like Andrew Wiggins from the Warriors are not giving up Andrew Wiggins. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe not the 76ers, the Portland Trailblazers give up CJ McCollum for Ben Simmons. And honestly, I don't think that helps either team at this point. It's just, you know what? I don't know what an ideal Ben Simmons trade looks like because I don't know any team that's going to want a 6'11" point guard who can't shoot a basketball. So, I don't know, man. And honestly, the sad part is, like, Ben Simmons is not even incentivized to, try to get better at shooting at this point because the better he gets at shooting, like, just increases his trade value. So it's like, what incentive does he actually have to work on his game? You know what I'm saying? It's just, this is just so bad in so many aspects, and I think Daryl Morey's making a huge mistake. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on this. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. This has been the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.